Hi, this is Josh with Josh's Punk Rock Garden. So what you just saw is the new hydroponic herb garden that I built last night with just a 5-gallon bucket and some spare Aerogarden supplies I had laying around. I had some old grow baskets. I had some of the baskets you get like in their Start Anything kit, and I had some grow sponges left over from seed starting. So, you know, if you watched my last video, you know the Aerogarden. This is another Aerogarden. This is the Aerogarden Harvest. You can fit 2, 4, 6 of those Aerogarden sponges in there. Or here is the Aerogarden Sprout LED. You can fit 3. And, you know, whenever you buy one, this is what comes with the Harvest. This is a gourmet herb kit. This is the gourmet herb kit that came with my Aerogarden Extra. I don't believe they make this one anymore, but they have some others that use the same kits for the refills. And so you just get, you know, 7 of these if you have the Extra, or, you know, 3 if you have the Sprout, and you get some nutrients, some these are humidity domes. Use them or not with this type of project. I have them on the one I built over there just because I have a bunch of them. So I just save the grow baskets, and then I just refill them with a new sponge if I want to reuse them. But today, because if you were to buy this, you know, these range up to like $17. Some of them, you know, the smaller kits are a few dollars less. But we're just gonna take this 2-gallon bucket that I got at Home Depot. And I got a few things in here. This is General Hydroponics Maxi Grow. You could use these Aerogarden nutrients if you wanted to, but I have these. This was like $15, and this is a kilogram or 2.2 pounds. This will last a long time. We're just going to use like a teaspoon per gallon of water with that. So I mean, this is, if you're going to do a lot of this is, you know, an investment you only have to make once in a while. Got some grow baskets. These are 2-inch net cups. And we're going to use those instead of the Aerogarden baskets. And we're going to use these Root Riot cubes instead of the Aerogarden sponges. This just drops right in here like that. You know, it's got a hole in there you can put a seedling in. You could clone plants in a system like this too. You just, you know, stick the end of the cutting right into the Root Riot cube. Seal these up so they stay moist. So these, I don't remember how much these were. I got these a while back when I had some gift cards for Amazon. I'll find a link. I'll try to find one that has a good price, because you got to watch out on Amazon when you buy these. The prices will vary. So what else do we need? You're going to need an air stone, an aquarium air stone. Get this at the pet department at Walmart. They're $2 maybe, $3, something like that. Pick up some air tubing, and we're going to need an air pump. I'm just going to run a T off the line on the air pump that I'm using on my other garden over there. But, you know, these are an air pump is the one I'm using. I got at Walmart in Kingston for $6.95, I think it was. So you're going to need all that, and your bucket with the lid. Probably $5 or $6 at Home Depot, or maybe even less. And then you're going to need some seeds. So I said these are going to be, you know, $13, $15, $17 depending on the kit you buy and how big it is and if it's on sale. If you want to go this route, you can, and this video will still work for you. But you just go to the dollar store. Sweet basil. These are, I think, 2 for $1 or 4 for $1. This is cilantro. We might plant this, we might not. Go to Walmart. Sweet basil, same thing, 20 cents. Chives, 20 cents. Got spicy globe basil, this was 50 cents. Italian flat leaf parsley, 50 cents. Oregano was 50 cents. Or pick up something else. You don't have to grow what I'm growing. Grow whatever you want. And so that's that. And then you're just going to need a drill. And on the drill, I got a 2-inch hole saw. If you want to use the Aerogarden baskets, 1¼ inch hole saw works perfectly. It's they fit in there and they snap in snug so they don't bounce around. But we're going to do the 2-inch, and you're going to need a light. So you could use the hard Worcester clamp light like I have on the other garden over there. I'm going to use this Aki 20-watt LED grow light panel, and I'm just going to use PVC to make a stand for it, like this stand that I built in my first video. So without further ado, let's just get right into this. Alright, so got the bucket right here. So I just like to kind of have an idea of where I'm going to be drilling some holes in the lid on this bucket. So I should be able to fit about 7. So now we take the drill with the hole saw. Drill, you're going to want to put the point in the forward position on the drill until it punctures. And then you're going to want to put it in the reverse position and that cuts a nice clean hole. So just gonna do this 6 more times, and I'll be back to show you the next step. Alright, so got our lid with a bunch of holes in it now. One more step, you just need to take a knife. You could do this with a drill too if you know the exact diameter of this. This is 2.4 millimeter tubing, but I'm just going to take a knife and just pick a spot, and I just make an X. And then just kind of cut out the sides of the X to make just kind of a little square hole. So you see, there's that little, just test fit the, right, so the hose will go through there. So knock any loose stuff out of there. So next, just need to take your air stone, and you don't have to use this air stone. You can just get, like, you know, the little. Sometimes if you buy a cheap air pump, it'll come with one. That's fine. I just like this because it'll, you know, give me a wide. Wide, like, ribbon of bubbles. So just put your stone on the end of the hose. Just pull the hose through your hole until you want your stone to fit all the way to the bottom of the bucket and sit flat, which the stone doesn't want to do. There we go. And just put the lid on. And now we need to put our nutrients in. I have some left over. This is the Maxi Grow. Just use 1 teaspoon of this to a gallon of water. It works really well if you use warm tap water. I don't think it's necessary to use distilled water in this. I do in the Aerogardens because they recommend it, because the minerals in my well water can harm the pump, but we don't have that issue here. So you dump a teaspoon, and this has a little scoop with 2 sides, a small side and a big side. Just fill up the small side, dump it in here, fill it about halfway with water, and then just shake it and check and make sure there's no little dissolved particles. And then Once you don't see anything, then it's just, I find it easier to mix when it's only about half full. Then fill it the rest of the way up. But these are pre-mixed. They just mixed these yesterday. So we're gonna dump this in. We're gonna go fill this up again, and then we're gonna judge the level of the nutrient solution to see if we need to add more. So be right back to do that. All right, so hopefully you can see here that the nutrient solution isn't up to the bottom of the grow baskets yet. So I'm just gonna keep pouring solution in until it comes up and the baskets, they're not really floating, but there's solution just above the very bottom of all the baskets. And it looks like we're almost there. So now when you have the plants in there and they've grown some roots down into the into the reservoir, if you're going to fill this back up with water periodically, but you don't necessarily, you just need to give it enough that that it can, the roots can access the water. But right here, since there's no roots, we want these root riot cubes to actually wick the solution up into the where the seed is growing, and so you need it above the bottom of the basket just for this part. All right, so as you can see down here, I've got this hooked up to the pump, and we've got some bubbles going down in there, and that's exactly what you want. So now I'm just gonna put some herbs in some basket, or some root riot cubes, and toss them in there. And it's the same as what I did yesterday for the Aerogarden. Just stick some seeds in the holes. I don't think I need to have you watch that part. I'm just gonna label them with what they are, and that'll be that. I got this all set up now. I got a grow light above it, and let's just turn the light on. This is these are the Aki 20-watt LED panel. This is the more white version, so it looks like a warm white light, but they say that it still puts out all the wavelengths that the plants need for growth. And I just have it hung up here with some regular old garden twine. These little hooks were on the end of a chain that they supply with the light, but the top hook that would hook on here was too small to go on the PVC, so I just rigged up my own. These lights are $22.99 on Amazon, I believe. I'll throw a link down below. These are great lights. Over there, I got you can set it up as a square like this, or a rectangle like that pink one that I have the peppers under, that I showed in my first video. The only difference is the color of the light, and they come with different hardware. But I'll throw the links to those down below. And we've got, in addition to the seeds I showed you, I had some fern leaf dill from Burpee that I had, so I wanted to grow some dill in here. So that's it. I mean, this is really cheap and simple. $23, a few dollars for the bucket. The sponges, initially you're going to have to lay out some money, but per sponge it's really cheap. Way cheaper than an Aerogarden, and it'll grow herbs just the same for you. So I hope you found this useful. This is Josh with Josh's Punk Rock Garden, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.